Hi, and welcome back to Pathways to Wealth, the show that's all about helping you develop skills to create income, build wealth, and live free. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about why resumes and college degrees are becoming worthless. Now, let me preface this episode by saying this. If you're going down a path that requires a college degree to get a license to do a job like an attorney or a doctor, then this probably isn't going to change anything anytime soon. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, self-employed, or even a worker in corporate America, then resumes and college degrees are losing their value at an exponentially fast pace. We've actually moved from what I call the resume economy to a skill-based economy. And a few months ago, I wrote an article on Medium called How the New Skill-Based Economy Has Changed the Game Forever. And the message of this basically says that, a college degree is no longer going to land your dream job for you, and puffed up resumes that have references that are just coached to say nice things about you are really losing their weight. Employers and potential business partners and customers just don't care about that type of stuff. The economy today is really all about showing what you can produce. It's more about your portfolio and history of work. For example, more and more people are finding themselves leaving a single employer and contracting or becoming a freelancer on sites like Upwork, and where the most important thing is your work history, job success, and reputation, and also portfolio showing what you've done and what people think about the work that you've done, and even showing examples. And this is no longer just reserved for programmers, but there are many different types of jobs, everything from writers, accountants and consultants, sales and marketing, designers, creatives, customer service people, and this list just grows every day. A lot of people that found themselves stuck with working one employer in a cubicle are now having the freedom to become freelancers. One of the biggest complaints that I hear from recent college grads or people that are in college is I can't find a job because even if I have a college degree, it requires 2 years of experience for an entry-level position. Sounds insane, right? But the reality is that college only gets you so far. You can have a great time, have great experience, and you can learn some stuff there, but it's not the only path anymore. And in fact, I wrote an article several months ago, and we did a Pathways to Wealth episode around this. Should you go to college? Where I offered up 5 potential alternatives. And the reality is that the average student spends about $100,000 on an education, where only half of people actually graduate within 6 years. And of the 50% of people that actually graduate, only about half of those people actually use the degree that they paid the $100,000 for. And the average debt that a college student comes out with is over $30,000 today. So I just think that college is becoming less and less of a viable option for people, again, that want to be self-employed or entrepreneurial. And the reality is that everybody is being pushed into being an entrepreneur that is kind of outside the realm of traditional jobs that are protected with barriers to entry that require a degree to get a license. And in fact, the 2016 economic report of the president said that over 83% of jobs that pay under $20 an hour, so basically a majority of the jobs, entry-level jobs and jobs that people are arguing about should be raised to the minimum wage, about 4 out of 5 of those jobs are actually at a high risk of being automated. And that's something that I talked about in my Medium article, which is, people are just battling over should the minimum wage be $15? And I don't care what your political beliefs are. The reality is that it doesn't matter. Again, I don't care, Republican, Democrat, independent, or you just don't care. the reality is that those jobs are going to be automated. And I actually included a picture in this article that just shows how McDonald's is installing these automated pay systems. And I'm sure you guys have seen it at Walmart and grocery stores, where you have the self-checkout counters. That is really just the surface. Again, 4 out of 5 jobs that pay less than $20 an hour are going to be automated. So what do we do? What's going to happen in the future? If you look at the average worker, the average income in America, 50% of people earn less than $30,000 a year. That's a significant amount of people that are in that income bracket. And I'm scared. I am worried for middle America because, as I've talked about in past episodes, we're kind of seeing middle America and the middle class in America and Western cultures kind of disappearing. You have more people that are slipping into poverty every day, but you also have more people that are becoming millionaires every day. And my question to you, if you're anywhere from high school age all the way up until, maybe 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're still working, is what do you want your future to look like? Where do you want to go? Because there's a vacuum. You're either going to rise or you're going to fall. There's no more just this staying in the middle, because right now we have rising costs, right? Healthcare, education, housing, all of the major costs have been growing at an exponential rate compared to inflation, right? So inflation is just over time the gradual increase in the price of stuff, but the major expenses have been going through the roof, right? Not the coffee and, stuff that everybody likes to worry about, saving a few pennies here or there. Forget that. Let's talk about the big major expenses. Those are going through the roof while average incomes are stagnant. So what happens is people that are in these traditional jobs by default are slipping closer and closer into poverty. So what do? If 80% of jobs that pay under $20 an hour are at risk, where do you go? Well, in my opinion, you look for the valuable skills that are going to be around 10, 20, 30 years from now, right? Like cities are already testing automated bus routes, right? So truck drivers, bus drivers, anything that doesn't require a valuable skill will be automated. I don't know if it's going to be 2 years from now or 200 years from now, but all of the jobs that just require somebody to show up and go through the motions, that doesn't require creativity or critical thinking, are going to be gone. And that, again, if that scares you, it should, because that is a major, major percentage of the workforce today. So what do? Well, in my opinion, you search for highly valuable skills like experiential stuff, right? Like weddings, tourism, even funerals, stuff like that, where it's an experience, it's a human experience. Those are never going to go away. Another thing is education. We're moving from, just this, memorize and regurgitate education system to scalable and experiential education, where people are getting out of the classrooms. They're focusing on more than just theory. They're getting in and practicing and developing real, tangible skills. Also, creative jobs like art and writing, entrepreneurial ventures, innovation is never going to go away. The people that make the most money in the world are the ones that innovate, that bring new products and services to market, that bring new ways, cheaper ways, faster ways of doing things to market. And the reality is that you don't need a college degree as a blessing to have a successful life anymore. In fact, the mission of this show and my passion in life is to help 100,000 people find their own pathway to wealth. And it's really incredible, the connections and the people that have reached out to me since I started this show. There are just so many people that are creating income, building wealth, getting funding for startups, developing highly valuable skills, finding personal liberty and freedom, and finding true wealth, which is time freedom. All of these people that have never gone to college or never gotten a license or, never followed the traditional path. And the reason why I did this show to begin with is because that was me. I dropped out of college. I couldn't sit in the class and learn at the slowest person's pace. I didn't fit that mold. And in high school, I thought I was a loser. I thought I was destined to, work a low-level job, but I had that entrepreneurial fire, and thankfully I had really good mentors early on that pushed me and taught me that there was an alternative route. And so now my mission with this is just to spread that message. And, if I can just reach one person in every episode that it would change the direction of their life, then that's a success for me. And so what I've actually done is I've created a free course on Skill Incubator. So Skill Incubator is the company that I launched with a few partners here in Austin, Texas that are either in the startup space or the venture capital space. And we've got some big projects in the works. But in the meantime, what we wanted to do was launch some free courses that give people skills to create income, build wealth, and find personal liberty and freedom. And one of the courses that we just finished up is called 5 Skills to Help You Make $100,000 this year. And so I'm going to link that up. Feel free to go ahead and just register for that. Again, it's just a free course that shows you kind of 5 skills that I think are really timely, right? I think to find success in today's economy, it's all about finding and executing the right skills at the right market timing, right? You can have the right skill at the wrong market timing and not find like a big sustainable income stream. But if you have the right market timing with the right skill, things just fit and income just starts to flow in. So I think $100,000 is something that is so achievable. And in the next episode, I'm going to go into more depth on different ways that you can actually generate a 6-figure income stream. But in this course, we go through case studies and a few interviews, and I show you the market timing of several skills. So I'll link that up in the show notes, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just click the link here. But, this episode really was just to kind of drive home the idea that resume economy is out, skill-based economy is in, and if you want to thrive in the future, that's where it is in developing and executing valuable skills and combining that with the right market timing. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, guys, go ahead and sign up for that 5 skills course. I think it's going to be really powerful for anybody that is unhappy with their current situation, right? If you're not making the income that you want, or if you're stuck in a job that you're unhappy with, or if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I think this might be an open door for a lot of people. So like up the video, guys, share it with anybody that you think can get value from these episodes, and go ahead and sign up for the 5 skills course, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.